Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome in. Today we're going to play with a little bit of Gamsol. And we are going to fix up this picture in Enchanted Faces by Hannah Lynn. I'm sure that all y'all have seen this book. But we're going to fix this up because I don't know if you can tell in the camera. But there's like a lot of white space still in there, and there is a lot of pigment on this page. But I just can't get, that smoothed out. So what we're going to do, I did forget one thing. I need to put something underneath of this, but I have something right beside me, so it's all good. Let's see. I want to put something underneath the page because this is liquid, so we don't want it, ruining the other page. So I'm just going to use this. This is actually a cutting board, whatever. It's for, it's a plastic cutting board. I got it at the Dollar Tree. And I just cut it to size like that. I saw Lavella using these from Lavella's Coloring a long while ago. She uses these and she cuts them down to fit the page that she's working on. So that's the book we're going to work in. I'm going to set that right there because it doesn't want to stay open. We're not using Black Widow pencils. I keep my blending stumps in here. So we might use one of these. I'm not sure, but you can use the blending stumps with the Gamsol. Also, the tried and true baby wipes, because you might need to clean your little tool off. I don't know. But you always keep those. $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. Awesome, right? We are going to use, I don't know what. Clearly, I can't read that. But it just says it's a rubbing tool. And I got these last year. So I don't know if I could find the link to them. But maybe if you just search rubbing tool in Amazon. That's where I got them from, is Amazon. But these, I don't keep them in this thing. I literally just kept this thing. I don't know why I kept it. But I put them back in there for the video so y'all could see what they are. But it comes with 3 of the bigger ones and 3 of the smaller ones. And this one has fuzz. But what they are is, this is like a sponge right here. Moves, see? And this is harder. I don't know what this side's used for. You can see I've tried to use it to blend. I suppose that's what it is. It just blends it different. I always use this side. And these are the same. The little ones are just the same. Am I holding this in the right spot? All right. But we're going to use the little one because, this is a little picture. And it's easier to control the little one. But that's what that is. And then let me show you the Gamsol one more time. This is the Gamsol. I don't know if you can see, I've used, it's about right there. So I've had this for about a year. And it says it thins, oil, colors, and painting medium. Brush and studio cleanup. Because I do clean these. You can clean these off with this too. But that's what it looks like. Oh, it's combustible. There's a danger sign on there. So, read your danger signs before you do this. I got this at Hobby Lobby. And that probably is how much I paid for it. Was $6.49. I know you can get them on Amazon. I've seen other people get this on Amazon as well. And then this is just from some old powder. But I keep the Gamsol in this. There's just a tiny bit in there, a little dirty. It'll be all right, though. I just keep it in that. so I don't have to, you know, mess with that. But all right, I'm gonna have to timestamp this. I've been jabbering on for 5 minutes. All right, here we go, y'all. Here's how you use Gamsol. Let me also preface, I am not a professional. This is how I use Gamsol. It could be maybe different for everyone else. I'm gonna pull out one of these just in case I need it. We'll put that over off to the side. I mean, it's all pretty much the same color, but we're gonna put that over to the side. All right, so I just dip the little spongy part in here. And then I'm gonna start where the light is. Am I in frame? Here we go. I'll start where the light color is and go up. And you just kind of blend it. And I hope it's showing up on camera of how it's actually smoothing this out. It's taking away those little pesky white spots. Because this is on like that Amazon paper. It's not great paper. But hey, this is one of my finished pages for May. So, sneak peek. But it's kind of, I mean, it's the same idea as like a blending pencil, you know. I don't like to use the blending pencils because, well, it's harder on your wrist. I'm pushing very, very lightly. And you can move the color around a little bit if you want to. Just a little dab-a-do-ya. Let's actually be smarter and start up here because I'm the master at smearing things. So we'll start in this little part up here. And with this particular picture, I'm just looking to get rid of the white spots. But sometimes you can't quite get your pencil blended. See how it moved the darker down into there? See? I hope that's showing. But sometimes you just can't get your pencils blended the way you intended to. And good old Gamsol to the rescue. It will fix it as long as you have enough pigment on the paper. That's the key. You have to have layers. Because if you put down a thin layer, I guess it might move it a little bit, but it's not gonna work as well because it doesn't have as much to push around. But I'm just smoothing this over. Let's see if you can, I'll do a couple more little spots here and then we'll try to compare so you can see what it's doing if it's not showing up very good right now. And I do intend to fix her eyelashes and all that, but I didn't want to do that before I did the Gamsol. And the cool thing about the Gamsol, once you use this like this, then you can color again, even if I say that the paper's full. I don't know if that's a proper way to say it, but you know, you've put down 64 layers of colored pencil and you know, the paper can only take so much. But once you use the Gamsol, it's like it kind of gives you, not a clean slate, but a little bit, you know, gives you a little bit of leeway. Okay, let's see if you can bring it up here. Is it glaring? Let's try to turn it like this. Hopefully it's not on a glare. This up here is where I use the Gamsol, and it's very smooth. But then this section right here, you can still see the white spots. in the paper. And I mean, hey, if you like the white spots, go right ahead. You know, nobody's stopping you. And if I wasn't planning on doing this video, I probably would have left it. Honestly, it doesn't bother me that much. But I'm just rubbing them, as the tool, or as the package said, it's a rubbing tool. I'm just rubbing it on there. And it smooths it right out. It's awesome. I did that one already. And see what I'm doing? I don't know if you can see that. I've got that baby wipe and I'm just kind of doing this number. It's because I don't want to put a big drop of this on there. So the better way to do that is to do it like in the lid or on the side. That way you're not wasting it. But, oh, that was a big drop, but it's fine. It'll be okay. And you just kind of rub it around on your colors here till you get the white out. And I'm not putting pressure at all. I'm just gliding it across the paper. I like it because I use colored pencil a lot. So, you know, it just kind of elevates it a little bit. We're going to do that on her face too. But I don't know, am I going to do that on camera? Are y'all bored already? Am I in frame? I probably wasn't the whole time. Oh, got a little bit on there, but it is what it is. That's why I like to use the small one. You got a little bit more control. But if I'm doing it I also use these blending tools, rubbing tools, whatever, and Gamsol. I use it for oil pastels too. And it's made me like oil pastels. Because when I first got those, oh Lord, if you've ever used them and tried to, well, you know, they're not the easiest thing to use. Unless you know what you're doing. But I did not know what I was doing. It just was a mess and I did not like it. I felt like they were hard to blend. But with this particular tool and Gamsol, you can blend them just like colored pencils. And I know some oil pastels are like, you can move them with water or whatever and do it like that. But the ones I have, you cannot. They're not water soluble. So, you know, it's just a big blob if you can't move it. But this does a wonderful job with it. Is that all over here? I probably missed some and y'all's like, right there. Let's make that look a little bit better. See, like I said, you just have to have enough layers of the pencil and you can move that color around. Are we gonna do it down here? Yeah, because, yeah, we will. This is gonna be a little tricky. Like, see how that looks compared to right here? I did leave that white on purpose because I knew I was gonna be moving this down. So we got that. I just know I'm gonna mess up these white polka dots. It's very rare that I leave anything white on a page because it's there. You got to put some kind of color on it. But I wanted these to stay white. And I'm getting as close as I can. There we be. Got that. Okay. Now I'm going to do her face. And I got purple all over this. So I'm going to use a different one. A lot of times what I'll do, especially if I've used like anything dark like this, purple or something, I will just wash this with like dish soap or something. Just wash out the little sponge, let it dry. It'd be fine. Let's see. Let's make sure. I got a clean one here. We're going to make sure that there's nothing on it. You should be able to see that. Okay. There's no color coming off, so. And then especially when you're doing skin or something like that, be aware of where you want your light to stay. So I'm going around where it's darker and kind of moving that up. And this is not the greatest job. And sometimes you'll get a little bit too much on there and you see that looks a little dark. It'll dry. But I'm just trying to get that white out of here. And it's not working as well on the face. I mean, it's working, but it's because there's not as many layers on her face as there is in the hair. So there's not as much pigment to move around. Makes sense, right? And I'm just almost like I'm coloring with it, just blending it. This might look a little bit crazy in the camera because it's wet. Let's grab her lips and do those too. Okay. Yeah, it looks kind of crazy in person too. I guess it didn't look so bad there. It's just because, you know, it's wet. And this is Amazon paper. So down here, we'll bring some of this dark down into here. And I maybe could have used a bigger one for this because it's a bigger area. But we're committed now. And you do have to watch because some coloring books, in my experience anyway, some that are from like on Amazon papers and the ones that have like a lot of ink on them, it will move that ink sometimes. Not every time, but just assume it's going to move the ink. Oh, that was a big blob. I didn't dab it. You got to give it a little dab. But it's not the end of the world if you don't. But this may have been a really boring video. But at one time, I did not know what Gamsol was. Didn't know it was so lovely that it can help a lot with blending. Is when you see somebody showing their colored pictures and everything's all smooth. People use blending tools. And this is a pretty good one. This might look insane on the camera right now because, like I said, it's still wet and it's not great on this paper, but you know, it is what it is. But there we go. We've got the white spots out of this picture. Let me close this up because I will sure spill it. And I don't smell the Gamsol. What does the safety precaution say? It's combustible, harmful or fatal if swallowed. Vapor, harmful. Okay, well, don't breathe it in and don't drink it, all right? I think you should be in a, you know, well-ventilated area or whatever. My doors are open right now. You know, I'm good. But I use it in the wintertime and I'm fine without the doors being open. But I'm gonna take that off now. There's the back. That's just where, you know, I put a little bit too much on that. It'll dry though. I have heard that you can use alcohol in the same way. And you know what? We might try that in the near future because alcohol is going to be a whole lot cheaper than Gamsol. But this, I use this quite often, and this has lasted me over a year. And I know there's huge bottles of it too. But anyway, that is how I use Gamsol. I hope that this was at least informative to you and helpful in some sort of way. There you go. There's color combinations. It's nothing special. But all right, y'all. I hope y'all have a good day, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're at while you're listening to this. And I will talk at y'all soon. Bye.